Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Hello, Periscope. Hello, Facebook. How's it going? How y'all doing? Happy Friday. Yeah, come on in, come on in, come on in. This is Freedom Friday. Hello, Gregory. Long time no see. Dwayne, what's up? Yeah, come on in. We're gonna try to make this one a short one. We're gonna try to. We're gonna try to. We'll see. We'll see what happens. How y'all doing? As you come in, go ahead and share with somebody if you feel like doing that. Hey, 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 you already know. Hey, Monique, just chilling at the house, about to just chit chat with y'all, of course, for a few minutes. What y'all been up to this week? Yes, Gregory, where you been? Hey, Linda, James. Yeah, where you been? It's been a while, Gregory. I'm glad you're here. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, go ahead and invite some people. Let me go ahead and start inviting real quick some people to come in and join us. The usual group here, the family. Let's see, y'all bear with me as I invite everybody. Let's see, Marianne. Ooh, how y'all doing? How's your week been? And how's Friday? And what plans you guys have for the weekend? Hey, hey, hey. Don't see nobody in Periscope yet. I'm telling you. I'm not gonna talk about it tonight. But yeah, bear with me while I invite a couple people here. Okay, so work and chill. I see you doing work and chill. Week has been good, Greg. James, Gregory doing good. Racing a 15-year-old keeps me on the go. I already know. Hey, big bro. Good to see you. I already know, Gregory. I don't know if you know, but I have a 21-year-old son, so I can certainly relate to that. I know the feeling. I don't know. I don't know how many of y'all knew that, but yeah, my son is 21 years old. I have a grown son. Yeah, I think some of you guys knew that already. Some of you have met him already also. So let's see. James, did you meet my son? I think y'all met him. The gym fan met him when we did the get together, I believe. I can't remember he was here or not. Let's see. Okay, let me go ahead and invite these people while I'm over here running my mouth. Let's see. Did I invite Cassandra already? Yeah. The list is getting shorter, and that may be a good thing because I don't know if you remember. What's her name? Jennifer said that she is gonna miss the interaction when the group. She called it the ministry. When the ministry grows, the online ministry grows, because I had to invite all these people. But like I told her then, the interaction will not change. The only way that this thing will change if it's God say so. So we good so far. For those of you wondering, my week was good. My week has been good. Work, not so much chill, mostly work and work and ministry and stuff like that. I had some chill time this week. I actually made myself. I'm trying to become more aware of. Hey, Sunray on Periscope. And trying to become more aware of my time of rest and shield and balance. And I don't know, before we start with the topic, but I don't know how many of you saw the post I made last night. So there is a post about a young man, a child that, okay, that's everybody. I'm gonna tell you about the new job in a minute, James. So this kid, actually a student that quote unquote has a special need, and I say quote unquote because a lot of things are not health related. But I'm not gonna get radical on that tonight. I'm gonna keep it light, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But anyway, special need, and this child said he told someone else that he realized um, that happiness goes before responsibility. And that is not the topic for tonight. The topic for tonight is support those that support you. But I feel like while you guys come in, before we get started to talk about that, and since I'm talking about my week, that's part of what happened in my week, where there's child that allegedly has a special need and some sort of disorder. He said to a teacher that happiness, he realizes that happiness goes before responsibility. And for a lot of you workaholic, I am a former workaholic. I know that that's kind of like, sounds like so weird. What? Happiness goes before responsibilities. I got to get this. I got to get my grind. I got to get my hustle. I got to get, my money. I got to get this. I have to get. I got to go. I think no sleep. I'm a former team no sleep. The devil is a liar. I've been set free and delivered. Hallelujah. I love my sleep. When I say I was a workaholic, I used to work. I used to be at a job from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. at night. I'm getting work done, and if I went home early or on time rather, I would get my laptop. Cassandra said she sure do over here on Periscope. She's trying to be funny. I get my sleep. That phone. Oftentimes, my phone goes to do not disturb after a certain time, and I do have like my son and other few people that can get through, even if it's do not disturb. But yeah, the Lord set me free from that. He actually set me down because I was doing too much. But anyway, going back to my week, I used to leave work on time, 4 or 5 o'clock, come home with a laptop, eat, have dinner, whatever, get to work 8 o'clock at night, keep working until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, then get up and go to work at 8. So that's what I used to do. That's what I used to do. And it got to a point. Maybe I tell you guys about the whole story on another broadcast another time. But he set me down. He set me down completely. Like went from going 2-3 days without no sleep to like going to like I have to get my sleep every day. The body actually restores as you sleep. So anyway, this child say happiness goes before responsibility. All I have to say about the comment is out of the mouth of babes. That's it. Out of the mouth of babes. And that comment stuck with me from the time that person mentioned that he said it till today, and I think it's gonna stick with me for the rest of my life because right now, just a transparent moment, I'm in a place where you guys know I'm involved. Some of you know that I'm very involved in ministry, where I'm on my last year of ministry and training class, and I'm involved in the youth ministry. I'm involved in the prayer ministry. I'm involved in the women's choir. And also, I do ministry every day, wherever God tells me to go. If I have to go to somebody's house and pray, I go to somebody's house and pray. If I have to call somebody, if I have to answer a phone call, if I have to go visit somebody in the hospital, whatever it is that He asked me to do. My life is the ministry, and that is what our lives is supposed to look like. Right now, I am called to do so much more than what I'm doing. Believe it or not, so much more than what I'm doing individually. Not so much corporately. God wants me to continue to do the things that I'm doing, but also He's calling me to do. Oh, Gregory, I just saw your comment about me looking 21. Oh, and that's without makeup. Thank you. Cassandra say we realize those things as kids until we allegedly grow up and be like others. Absolutely, that's what the Bible says, that we have to become as a child. Like child to enter the kingdom of heaven, because our mindset is so our mindset is so grown that we miss the mark, really. So So anyway, I'm on this thing where God is calling me to do so much more individually. And I told you last week that I've been feeling drained. I've been feeling drained. And it's like it's so much to do, so little time. And time seems like it's flying, like it's going faster than ever now. And so, I had a conversation with God and I'm being frustrated. Hey, Amir. Hey, Lisa. Being frustrated a little bit, I guess, for the lack of better words. Maybe more puzzled than frustrated, more puzzled than frustrated. Although some frustration probably is in there. There has been some frustration in there. I can even say probably. But I've been having this conversation with God about, how in the world am I going to get all these things done? And I'm still, hello, Minister Cedric, long time no see. All these things done. And I'm still, helping on these other ministries, and I'm still trying to get finish the MIT and all of this other stuff that I'm required to do. Hey, Luz Justania. And so, anyway, I'm trying to make this story short. I just seem to be going in a tangent all the time, and I don't know why. But yeah, so I say all of that to say, when that young man say that happiness goes before responsibility, considering the moment that I am in my life in this week, and the conversations that I have with God, and all of these frustrations about all this is that I have to do, God kind of ministered to me through that message that I shall say, happiness goes before responsibility. That doesn't mean that you will not take care of business, that you will not take care of your home, that you will not take care of ministry. But God is a God of balance. I told you that before. God is a God of balance, and He wants us to have a good life, like His word says, an abundant life. It's not just about us wearing ourselves out, but He also wants us to have the life that He has called us to have, kingdom on earth. A lot of us think that we're only going to have joy and peace when we go to heaven, and God wants us to bring heaven to earth and live that life here. So just something to take away. Like again, my week has been good. I've been drained a couple of days. I've been blessed the entire week, of course, and I've been enjoying the new job. James, thanks for asking. The job is actually it's a ministry, it's an assignment as well. It's nothing that I do now really seems to be outside of ministry. I still have my life. I still have my balanced life. I still have my friends. I still have times where I relax. I still have times where I go to the movies. I still have time where I go and hang out and eat. But nothing that God, nowhere where God places me is just a place of stagnation per se. There's always something to do. So I love the job. It is showing me a different skill set and a different environment. It's good. It's good. I can't complain. So anyway, there's that. I guess that's a little commercial before we get to the topic. And it's already 7:16, so let's see if we can do this in 15 minutes. Support those that support you is the topic for tonight. Support those that support you. And I almost didn't come live today online, because I was like, God, for one, I don't feel like it, even though it's not about what I feel. Tell you about ministry is not about how you feel. I was like, I don't feel like getting online, and I don't feel like I have a topic or anything to talk about. And so, as I was getting ready and got in the shower and all of that, God started talking to me about support. And, He's like, support those that support you. People need to start spending their time. And speaking of time, and speaking of all these tasks and all these things, all these assignments, all these callings, all these things, or the calling or the responsibility that God has placed in our lives. Talk about supporting those that support you. That is a time management a skill set. That is a time management command. Support those that support you. Now, this is different from ministering. I talked to you guys about ministering and supporting and serving. Keeping serving, even if you don't get anything in return, because that is just what God does, serve. But right now, I'm not talking about that. I'm actually referring to supporting someone. The definition that I found in the dictionary for support was to provide for or maintain by supplying with money or necessities. To support, to provide for or maintain by supplying with money or necessities. So you are helping somebody. I also talked to you, I think it was last week, when I talked about people expecting you to give to them and demanding something from you when all you're doing is out of the kindness of your heart, you are volunteering and helping and giving your support, you're giving your talents, giving you whatever, because you want to help them. Now, this is again different from ministry. Do not get me confused. This is different from ministry. When you're ministering from someone, you're to someone, you're ministering, you're giving, and it is what it is. You're giving because you are God led, and you're giving because you are you're just representing Christ. So if God says minister to that person, you just minister. Point. Period. Blank. You don't question that. But when it comes to support, we have to use wisdom. We have to use wisdom because a lot of people are, they want to have their business success to be successful. They want their whatever that thing is. I'm not even going to give different examples because I mean, whatever the thing is that they're trying to accomplish, they want it to be successful. And because you have certain talents, certain skill sets, because you attract people, or because you have whatever it is that they need. Say that they're doing a commercial on TV, on the radio, and you work in the radio. Well, you have connections in the radio, so now they want you to support them. They want you to give them a discount or allow some time for free for you to do the announcement and whatever the case may be. But when it comes to you needing them, if they have a talent or if they have a gift, or if you also want something to be accomplished, then they're never available, or they're too tired, or whatever the case may be. So it's funny because I was like, God support doesn't support you. That kind of goes against what I was saying as far as like keep serving, you give to people, you don't expect nothing back. That goes against kind of like what I was saying. And as I was scrolling through Facebook, somebody on my page had made a comment, a status that said, how many of the people that you are supporting are supporting you? Look, I can make this stuff up. I wish I could read it verbatim what it says. I'm gonna see if I can log in here, but it was really kind of confirming the same thing that God was telling me, like how many of those people that you are pouring into or giving into are giving back to you into the things that you are called to do. So that is what this topic is about. Oh, wow. Cassandra just said she heard the same thing this morning. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, to me, I was like, God supports us, I support you. Like, I'm questioning God because, I know everything God doesn't, right? Wrong. Something like that kind of goes against what I was saying, but it doesn't. He showed me that ministry and support out to different things. I can support someone and, selling the products. I can support someone and, advertising, whatever it is that they're doing. But ministry, you're talking about, going in and pouring out to that person, however God say. I actually pulled the definition of ministry as well. Cassandra said, made me reevaluate some things in my own life, the things I need to do. Yes. So I guess this is why I was telling you about how my week went, because it kind of goes with this thing. It's about time management and knowing who you can support and who you cannot support, because there are some people, and so some people that will, like I told you last week, will squeeze your schedule away to the point that you don't have any energy to do what you're supposed to do yourself. And so once you support someone that supports you, once you support those that want to see you win as much as you want to see them win, there's a balance there. There's a balance because that person will help you, and I always, I often talk about Cassandra, because Cassandra is that person for me in my life where she called me and she asked me for questions about, what do you think about this that I'm trying to come up with? I'm trying to see how this works out. I'm trying to see how this makes sense. And I'm like, oh, Gary, you need to do this, and the other, because she knows what my gifts and talents are. But then when it comes to the things that I want to do or that I need to do, that she knows that God is calling me for, she's like, okay, do we need to meet? What is it that we need to do? And here's some information that I found. And, I don't have to even ask her, because that's what happens when you support someone that supports you. It's all about, let's see, reciprocity, and it's about giving, it's a balance. And so if you guys are out there helping and pouring out, being guilty of it, because my heart is of a servant heart. It's a heart of a giving heart, but we also have to have wisdom. We also have to know when it's God and when it's just us, out of the kindness of our heart, even if it's out of our goodness. If it's something good, it's not always God. So we have to be prayerful about who we need to support and who we don't need to support. We cannot. This is not a free-for-all season. I told someone this is the year for me. My free times, the time for free is over for me. I have supported many organizations. I have supported, and again, I'm not talking about ministry. I'm not about to charge people for ministry. So for those of you that just joined, this is different from ministry. I'm talking about support. So when you have a talent, say for example, English is my second language, so I can translate a document for you. Gregory, Marley, Freedom Friday is a support for many. Please keep the blessed messages. To God be the glory. Thank you for the encouragement. So say somebody needs a translation. Oh, hey, can you translate this document for me? And it takes me an hour, 2 hours to do that. In the past, I would be like, okay, sure, no problem. I speak Spanish, no problem. I'll do it. Hey, Letitia, I'll do it, no problem. Cool. Hey, can you go to this event and translate for me? Can you go for this event? And, we're going to have some beauticians now, and these people are getting paid. There's a revenue engaged in what they're doing. And, can you come in and translate what they're saying, whatever. Or, of course, you guys know that I'm do it in the modeling industry as a hobby as well. Hey, can you come in and coach? Hey, can you come in and put this fashion show together? Hey, can you come in? And so this year, 2018, is the year where free is gone for me when it comes to those type of things. We're supporting with the talent and the skill sets that God has given me. We have to support those that support you. Now, if you do have someone that is supporting you, someone that is helping you and giving you resources and giving you strategies and sitting down with you and building your business or whatever it is that you have to do, your gifts are supposed to make room for you. We should get paid for our gifts. Absolutely. We are supposed to. Like I say, I'm not speaking about ministry. I'm not speaking about profit line and charging people for giving a word. This is not about ministry. I'm talking about your gifts when it comes to supporting businesses, when it comes to supporting someone else to accomplish what they want to do. And they're earning all this income, and you actually are losing money because that time that you could use working on the things that God has given you, now you're expending it and exhausting it in somebody else's dreams and vision, and you're getting nothing in return. You are actually exhausting all of your energy, all of your skill sets, all of your time in helping someone else to build their business. And these people are not equally engaged into the things that you wanted to do. So you just drop your talents, you drop your gifts off into their location, and then you leave. And when you can come home, you have no energy, you have no time, and you have no desire to do the things that God has called you yourself, you personally, to do. So, and this is what the scope was about. And again, I guess this is why I had to tell you how my week has been, as far as being drained and seeing all the things that I'm helping with, all the ministry-wise, and all the things that God wants me to do, although ministry related, but business related, organization related, individually, for the wealth that I am to build, for the legacy that I am to build for my family, and to sit down and analyze, to sit down and review what I'm doing and who I'm supporting, not necessarily directly in ministry, but who I'm supporting in general, and where is my time going. So this is a time where you are to be very aware where your time is going, very aware of who you're spending your time, and very aware of how that person is using the time that you're investing in them, and whether they are giving back to you or not. You are at, if I have someone, for like, again, Cassandra's a consultant, so she's a business consultant. For me, I can process. I'm a process improvement organization type of person. So you have to recognize what that person's gift is and that person's talents are, and there has to be some sort of match, some sort of connection, something that goes together, like she says, so that you two can build each other up. if only one of you is building the other up, you know, and it's not related to ministry, then you're wasting your time. You're building somebody else's dream, and most times than not, they're not even going to give you credit for it. In the contrary, they're actually going to take credit for it. Being there than that, you know, they're going to take credit for it, and know that you have to be recognized. But when it comes to certain things, out of respect, if someone is going to show the work, or if someone is going to show the outcome of the result, the least that they could do is to appreciate and recognize what somebody else has done. So to those of you that are watching, I encourage you to shut down your free contract, your contract of free services. This is the time for your gift to make room for you, like Cassandra mentioned, and that is what the Word of God says, that your gift will make room for you. Again, you have a call to minister to people, and you also have a call to minister to yourself. I mean, you are supposed to be able to have time, first of all, to allow God to pour into you, but also have time so that you can meet the things that you are supposed to meet. I talked about gifts last week. I talked about those gifts and those callings that people have killed, the dreams that people have killed from your childhood, people that have spoken against those dreams, people, parents, whoever, that didn't support you. And so, yes, I guess this makes sense. I know this makes sense to have this conversation today so that you can understand that it is time for you to now analyze who you're supporting, and if those are people that are not pouring into what you're supposed to do, those dreams that we were talking about last week, then it's time to disconnect. It's time to disconnect from those people. It's supporting for someone who can give back. It's like being on a seesaw alone. Exactly. So it's time for disconnect. And when I say disconnect, it doesn't have to be a harsh disconnection. I always talked about that. You know, you can disconnect. When I say you can have a distance so that you can have more time to do the things that God has called you to do, the things that God has called you to build. Whether it is, again, I use myself as an example, whether it is translation, whether it is organization, whether it is process improvement, whether it is ministry, whatever that thing is, I want you guys to guard what God has given you. Guard what God has given you, the gifts that God has given you. It is okay for a season to, if you feel in your heart that you are to give those talents for free, you know, by all means do it. But it has to come a season where it ends. It has to come a season where you no longer it has to come a season where you don't go from. Make sure that you don't go from giving and offering your gifts and volunteering your gifts to other people because you want to help, to actually technically prostituting your gifts, and not even prostituting, because prostitutes get paid for what they do. So even prostitutes get paid for what they do. Jesus. So if a prostitute gets paid for what they do, but please, by all means, we need to get paid for what we do. You know, dang, I didn't even, you know, I mean, really, you know, so we just have to, I guess devalue is the best word. We cannot go into a place where we devalue ourselves and devalue what we're doing. Yeah, oops, dirties. Prostitutes get paid for what they do, so why don't we, you know? So it is a season for us to start analyzing that and start researching what is it that we do. You know, the things that we do is with ease, things that are not hard for us to do, things that we are that other people find it difficult to do. What are you a solution to? What is the thing that you are called to fix? And you know, it doesn't have to be anything grand. Like I say, I mean, for me, I speak Spanish. That's a solution. That's a solution for many people. You know, there's many companies that need someone that translates. You know, so I'm just throwing that out there as an example. You know, again, organization and things of that nature, and other things, administration and things like that. So, what are you a solution to that you are giving away for free? Who are you giving your solutions for free to? just because y'all grew up together, because, you always talk about Kiki and Ray Ray, y'all grew up together with Kiki and Ray Ray, and now Kiki and Ray Ray want the hookup, and, oh, we cool, and Kiki and Ray Ray getting paid thousands of dollars for what you're helping them build, and you're not getting even a thank you for that. You're not even recognized for that, and you're going home still broke, and still wondering about your bills, and still wondering about, how whether your lights are going to be paid or not, or whether your rent is going to be paid or not, whether you're going to get an eviction notice or not. Hello, somebody, and Kiki and Riri are kicking it off of your solution. Offer your solution. Support those that support you. Support those that support you. I haven't seen you guys commenting much about the topic. I take that you are taking it in. I take it that you are looking and hearing. Everyone can go where you're going and start hanging with like-minded folks. Hello, Nidra. Good to see you. And into that, Cassandra, I agree. You have to have people that are like-minded. We also have to use wisdom. Because of the ministry portion of it, because sometimes God put people that may not be as like-minded because he wants us to minister to that person, and that's an assignment, or there's something that they need to gain from us, or something that we are to gain from them. So there's a thin line there. But yes, when it comes to business, when it comes to building that dream, building that foundation, building that thing, that solution that God has given you, yes, by all means, you have to have like-minded people. You cannot have someone that is just in for getting your strength, your gift, your power, your whatever, and then leaving you hanging. That is not how it should roll. If you were in a job, if you were in anywhere, and you come in and you sit down and expect to get paid for doing nothing. If you sit down there and they're paying you, they're giving you benefits, they're giving you vacation, they're giving you the time off or whatever, they're giving you the community time, they're paying for your school, they're doing all of these things or whatever, and you come in and you're like, I'm just here for the comments. They are going to fire you eventually. You are going to lose your job eventually, because they're expecting for you to give something in return. They're expecting to get something in return from you. So the same way, if you have a business inside of you, if you have a dream, if you have something that needs to be established that has been given to you by God, then by all means you should honor it. You should respect it, just like you will honor the corporate America business. And that's the thing. Sometimes we give more respect to other companies, and we pour out to other companies more than we do to ourselves. I'm preaching to myself right now. Just know that you have to honor what you are gifted with. You have to respect what you are gifted with, and you have to recognize the value of the things that you are gifted with. God has not given you those gifts just because. Again, use it wisely. Yes, you can bless someone with your gifts if God leads you to do that, if it's in your heart to do that. But you also have to have wisdom and not devalue your talents and your gifts because someone else wants to take advantage of it and wants to use you and abused you until they use you up. What's that song? Use me until you use you up. That's not my story. I'm not about to allow anyone to use me until they use me up, unless it's Jesus. No. I just made a boss move, recognizing the gifts that Dios gave me. You made a bus move, recognizing the gift. Yeah, I love it. I'm excited for you, Denise. But seriously, that's the message for tonight, guys. I want to, if you guys have any thoughts about it, by all means, give me your comments. Again, I didn't think this was going to be too long. Hello, CCB. I will be closing pretty soon. But that's it. Support those that support you. Protect that thing, protect your time, and protect that thing, those gifts that God has given you. Hello. We're going to pray for you, Sister B. But yeah, so so let me know what you think. Let me know what what comes to mind about that? Let's see, who else is here? Is that Lamika that I see here? I'm not sure. I don't know that I see everyone that comes live. I see a few people. Yeah, that is Lamika. Hey, Ting Ting. Hey, Ting Ting. Again, I'm closing. I just want to hear some of the thoughts or things that come to mind from you guys. For those of you that just came in, make sure to watch the replay. This was a kind of different type of message tonight, but it is needed. It is very needed because a lot of people a lot of us are out there just pouring out, supporting, and we are not supporting ourselves. I also posted yesterday for the ladies to let us stop being superwoman. Lamika just reminded me of that by joining. Start being a superwoman to the world and being kryptonized to ourselves. And that goes for men too. So let us stop being Superman, Superwoman to the world and being kryptonite to ourselves. And that is exactly what that is. You're supporting, you're pouring out, you're saving the world, you wanting to, help this person and help this person. And yes, I got you. You have everybody's back but yours. So let us not become Superwoman and Superman to the world and kryptonite to ourselves. Kryptonite was the thing that took the strength out of Superman. So let us not be so powerful and so much wanting to save everybody, and represent everybody, that we kill ourselves. I'm telling you, God is speaking. Again, this is not me telling you what to do. This is God telling me what to do and me sharing with you what is shared with me. Sometimes we as Christians think that if we charge, we are not ministering, but we need to be our first ministry. Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. If that person that is asking you for help to do the things that you do will have to pay somebody else to do that thing, by all means, you start looking in to see what it is that you're going to charge for. What it is that you need to charge for. If they are going to reach out to somebody else, if they were to reach out to somebody else, and they will have to pay for it, and they're reaching out just to you because it's free, then actually they're reaching out to you because you're the only thing that they can reach out to for free. So if you weren't free, they probably won't reach out to you for help either. So that is the word, that is the message for tonight. Like I say, it's a little different type of message, but this is what my daddy gave me directly, personally, individually, and gave me to give you tonight. Support those that support you. You cannot continue to pour into people that do not pour back to you. That is not how that rolls. That is not how that rolls. Amen. And don't lowball yourself. Absolutely. So yeah, so that's the message, you guys. I don't see any much comments. So let's see. They need to say, took a leap of faith, and it worked even better than I thought. My boss surprised me with a positive response. It was awesome. That is amazing. That is good. And that's the thing, that we have to remove that fear and walk in faith and just take that step. But it comes with putting ourselves first. We by nature put other people first. By nature we help everybody else, and by nature we become superheroes to the world, and by nature we continue to kill ourselves. We become superheroes to others and give kryptonite to ourselves. So look hard. Only you, Sister B, only you. Hey, Leah. Hey. So anyway, guys, I'm going to hold you up for much longer. That's it for tonight. I thank you again for watching yet again. My gosh. I can't believe that this has been going on for over a year. It's amazing to me. I'm glad that you guys are still tuning in. You have not gotten tired of hearing my voice. Oh, hey, Yana. How are you? Yes, you guys are gonna have to watch the replay. Again, this was kind of short, kind of different, but it still comes straight out of heaven, straight out of heaven. So have a blessed weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Balance, balance, balance. Take time to enjoy yourselves. Take time to enjoy yourselves, and of course, love God first. Seek God first. Love your neighbors, love your family, love the hell out of people. There's a lot of people that are hurting. I keep telling you that. There's a lot of people that are hurting you don't know about. Reach out to people. Love the stranger. Nidra says oftentimes people will expect you to always donate rather than them supporting you, whether monetary or otherwise. Yes, you want to know who supports you? Start your own thing. Start your own thing and see who can support you then. You know, because the thing is, we never will know who support us because we are too busy supporting others and we don't have the time or don't make the time to do our own thing. So start your own thing and see who can support you and then support them back. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's it for tonight, guys. As I always say, if it's not God's business, it's none of our business. Cheers to that. Hey, Kelly. I'm closing. Remain holy. HOLY, no HOELY. And yes, love you all. There's nothing you can do about it, and nothing you can do about it. And you know, if you need any help, any encouragement, any comfort, you can reach me. Some of you have my phone. Some of you can reach out via Messenger. Know that I support you. I support you in what you're doing, and if you support me back, we'll be good for a long time. Hey, bro. For those of you joining again, watch the replay. We're closing. See y'all next week, God willing. If it's not God's business, it's none of our business. See y'all later. Deuces.